Boys and girls, I have a Halloween story for you. Our Halloween story is called Abiyoyo. Can you say that? Abiyoyo. Now, this is a folk tale and a lullaby. So we will have a short little tune that we will sing throughout this. And we know a lullaby is a sweet, soft song that helps us fall asleep. Now, our story, our Abiyoyo, comes from South Africa. And the tune that we will sing throughout the entire story goes like this. Abiyoyo, 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 yo, 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 yo. Abiyoyo, yo, 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 yo. Boys and girls, did you notice our song has only one word in it? And it is actually the title of our story, Abiyoyo. Abiyoyo in our story, boys and girls, is a giant. He's a monster. And so that is what our story is about. Every time you hear that song in our story, make sure you sing along. Let's try singing it together one more time before we get started. Abiyoyo, 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 yo, 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 Abiyoyo, yo, 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 yo. Here we go.
Abiyoyo, 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 yo, 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 Abiyoyo, yo, 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 Abiyoyo, 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 yo, yo.
It's not too scary yet, is it?
You know, once, long, long, long ago, there was a little boy. And he liked to play the ukulele. Clink, clink, clink. He was always playing the ukulele all over the place. But you know, the grown-ups say, "Get away, we're working here. Go off by yourself. You're getting in our way." Not only that, the boy's father was a magician. He had a little magic wand. He could go zoop, zoop, make things disappear. But the father was a practical joker. He'd come up to someone who was drinking a nice glass of something, just about to, well, and the father would go zoop, zoop, and the glass would disappear. He'd go up to someone who was busy doing a hard job of work, maybe sawing a log of wood. Zzz, 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 zzz. Well, the father would come up, zoop, zoop, with his little wand, and the saw would disappear. He'd go up to someone who was just about to sit down, all tired out, and zoop, the chair would disappear. Well, people said to the father, "You get out of here too, you and your magic wand, you and your practical jokes, get out!" And the boy and his father, they made him live on the edge of town. But now in this town, they used to tell stories too. They used to tell stories about the giants that used to live in the old days. Used to tell a story about a giant called Abiyoyo. They said he was as tall as a house. Nobody believed it, but they told the stories just the same. But one day the sun rose blood red over the hill. And the first people that got up, they looked out of their windows and they saw a great big shadow in front of the sun. And they could hear the whole ground shake. Down over the mountain came this great big figure. Down through the fields came Abiyoyo. He comes to the pasture where the sheep are. He grabs a whole sheep, boom, eats it down in one bite. He comes to the pasture where the cows are. He grabs a whole cow, eats it down in one bite. Down towards the village come Abiyoyo, nearer and nearer. Just then the boy and his father woke up. They'd been up late the night before, I think at a party or something, and they'd been sleeping late. The boy looked out the window and he said, Hey, Pa, come and look, what's this coming over the fields? His father rubbed the sleep out of his eyes and he looked and said, Oh, good heavens, son, it's Abiyoyo. Oh, if only I could get him to lie down, I could make him disappear. The boy says, Come with me, father. He grabs his father by one hand. The father grabs the magic wand. The boy grabs ukulele, and they start running. They run, and they run across the fields, right up near Abiyoyo, right up in front of him. And Abiyoyo looked down at these two little figures way down at his feet. And he raised his big old claws. Now, he had long claws because he never cut them. He had slobbery old teeth because he never brushed them. He had matted old hair because he never combed it. He had stinking old feet because he never washed them. And he raised up with his big old claws. And just then the boy whips out his ukulele and starts to sing. Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. Well, you know, the monster had never heard a song about himself before. And a foolish grin spread over his face. And he started to dance. Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo. And he kicked his heels. And he went faster and faster. The giant was dancing around. Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. He started to get out of breath. The boy went faster. Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo. The monster was out of breath. He fell down on the ground. The father steps up with his magic wand, zoop, zoop, and Abiyoyo disappears. The people streamed out of their houses. They came across the fields, and they lifted the boy and his father up on their shoulders. They said, Hooray, he's gone! And they all sang, Come on back to town, bring your darn ukulele, we don't care anymore. Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo. So ever since that day, in that little town, whenever parents have been putting their children to sleep, they tell them the story about the giant named Abiyoyo. And it's a good song to go to sleep on. Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo. Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo,
Boys and girls, I hope you have not fallen asleep to our lullaby of Abiyoyo. And I hope you have a great Halloween. Happy Halloween!